Hi, it's Maggie Lockwood. Welcome to Pharmacy Technology and Management Review's Pharmacy Forward video series. And today I'm happy to introduce a conversation with Softwriters Director of Marketing, Dominic Romito, who's going to give us a little sneak peek at FrameworkLTC's 2024 conference. Dominic's going to give us the key takeaways from the conference with its theme of accelerating innovation. So looking at AI and its role in long-term care pharmacy, cybersecurity and risk management with our keynote speaker, Rachel Wilson, and the vendor partnerships and collaboration that take place during the conference. So I hope you enjoy this interview. There's information to register by the early bird deadline, July 31st, at the end of the video and in the show notes. Well, Dominic, let's talk about the customer conference 2024.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Jump right in. Tell us
Sure.
tell us the theme, tell us the dates, tell us keynotes. We're excited to hear what's in store for Framework this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for having me. So this year's user conference will be from October 8th to October 10th. And we're focusing on accelerating innovation. That's really been our theme for the entire year. And what's really exciting about that is we're taking, in a way, a step back and really listening to our customers even more than we have before. And we're opening dialogue with them and having more conversations, because the ultimate and really end goal is to build an innovative suite of software products that can really help LTC pharmacies like thrive and then, of course, scale as they're growing their businesses.
What sort of feedback have you gotten this year from customers? I guess I think the customers that I've met at previous conferences are very innovative and are always looking for ways to improve their business. So I guess what sort of stood out to you this year that you think will be reflected in the conference?
Well, so this was the inaugural year for our AI Mastermind series. And so what that enabled us to do was to meet with a handful of operators and really dig into some more of the advanced features and new technology that's coming to the industry. And we're going to continue that thought process into user conference. We will have another AI Mastermind session with additional operators to really dive even further into what they're thinking and how we could potentially move forward. But then we're also bringing some really talented folks from cybersecurity, from a legislative perspective, and then some of the more iconic folks who will be able to speak to operational excellence and generally how to help LTC pharmacies continue to grow and thrive in what could be considered a fairly complex landscape right now.
What are you able to give us a sneak peek at any speakers yet, or panelists you think would be good to highlight?
I'll talk a bit about our keynote speakers. So we're very excited to have Jason Dorsey at this year's conference. He's a generational kinetics speaker. So he's going to be talking about how to navigate the Gen Z to boomer spread that we're seeing in the LTC pharmacy space and really drive kind of operational excellence in managing all those different types of employees. And then we have Rachel Wilson, who was the former head of counterterrorism operations for the NSA. And we're very excited to have her. She's going to speak on kind of the risk landscape and how to prepare for certain cybersecurity threats, and just generally how to bolster and strengthen your LTC pharmacy when you focus on risk and cybersecurity.
Those two topics in particular, I think, are a hallmark of the conference, because those are, big picture trend issues that maybe a pharmacy owner doesn't necessarily pay attention to on a daily basis. So this is a great opportunity for them to get up to speed on, it's really a very important topic in the industry as opposed to just nuts and bolts in the pharmacy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then let's segue a little bit into those nuts and bolts, because clearly one of the best parts of going to the customer conference is to hear about the newest enhancements and the newest operational value adds that are coming from Softwriters. So tell us a little bit about that. What are you excited about for from big picture to sort of day-to-day learning opportunities for customers who attend.
Sure. Yeah. So we do have a couple sessions planned to go over some of what's coming down the road on our roadmap, of course. And there are some exciting things that we'll talk about at this year's conference. We always try to at least have one really impactful topic, and we're working really hard right now to put together some impressive new things. We'll be talking a lot about the continued operational efficiency that we help drive, and then also further digging into how to automate a lot of this stuff and really build out those margins. I mean, those are consistent themes that happen every year at the conference. And as we continue to move forward and the landscape becomes more and more complex, it's something that I think we're going to continue to see, because those are the nuts and bolts of an LTC pharmacy, right? Automate it and scale it and help as many patients as possible.
So let's talk about operational efficiency through vendor partners, because I know that's another great reason to come to the conference.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about what you have planned for, not just in the exhibit hall, but any possible featured vendor speakers.
Yeah, sure. So there's some tried and true faces that everyone does see when they come, and we're expecting them to be here again. So, for example, Point Click Care, MHA, Virtue Technologies, who we partnered with last year and has continued to work on that partnership to really bring delivery as a solution to the LTC pharmacies. There are some new faces, so like JFCRX is planning to attend, and I'm sure they have some great things to talk about. In terms of sessions, all of those are posted on the site, and so we'll continue to update with titles and information and speakers as we finalize those.
So people can review those there.
Mm-hmm.
And then always there'll be plenty of time to get questions answered, specific questions with staff about pharmacists who want to come and maybe see a feature that they haven't necessarily deployed yet. Excuse me. There's plenty of time to meet and have that expertise.
Absolutely. There's tons of time to network with both colleagues, vendors, and then additionally friends that you haven't seen in a while. So I think the opportunities for the conference are always endless in a way, because you can go and spend as much time as you want and learn as much as you want and leave having some sense of fulfillment and having brought something back to the team back at home.
Well, I think those were the main points I wanted to touch upon. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about as a preview to the conference?
Yeah, I think we covered most of it. I'd say if you haven't already, please go ahead and register now and lock in those early bird rates. If you're a vendor or partner watching this and you'd love to have a table or a booth at the show, or you want to meet some of the very talented pharmacists and operators that come, I would highly encourage that. So yeah, I look forward to seeing everybody in a couple months.
Yeah, it's going to be here soon, actually.
Yeah, really soon.
Tell me the early bird deadlines.
The early bird deadline is July 31st.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate you.